If there's one thing Lev loved more than volleyball, it would be Yakumorizuk, his short and cute boyfriend. He loved the third year, and Yaku loved the first year back. It may not seem like it at first, but once you see it, they were really meant for each other. Lev's chaoticness and cheerfulness with Yaku's maturity and short-tempered personality just make up the perfect sugar and spice combo. It was currently after school practice for the Nakoma team and everybody was doing their best like always. Well, at least most of them are. Lev was currently on the floor, exhausted from practicing. He and Yamamoto have been working on Lev's receives the entire time. Guess Lev's lanky body couldn't handle any more receives. Poor Lev. It can't be helped. Yaku was practicing with Shibuya Moran in Oka until he noticed Lev's almost drained body on the floor. He facepalmed and excused himself to the two first years. Everyone take a 5-minute break. Yaku dropped the ball in his hands and approached the tall Russian male. As he got closer, Lev was still on the floor, trying to catch his breath. Yaku crouched down and sighed laughingly. "You idiot." He then noticed Lev's hair was shining against the sunlight. Despite being together for over 2 months, he never got the chance to feel nor touch Lev's hair. His head was always out of my reach. This could be my only chance. Yaku slowly reached his hand over to Lev's head. He placed it down gently and felt Lev's hair, and it was soft like clouds. It's so soft. This really feels like an achievement, like you've conquered the highest mountain. Curse your height, Haber. Yaku continued to run his hands through Lev's hair. He couldn't stop. It was addicting to feel something so soft. He began to curse at himself for not doing this before. Yaku-san, could you help us please? Yaku retracted his hands from Lev's head and began to walk over to the others. Lev then suddenly got back up, running his hand through his own hair. Did Yaku-san just... Yaku-san, I got a 18 out of 20 on our quiz today. HM, that's great Lev, but why are you telling me this? Lev then suddenly bowed his head where it was in the reach of Yaku. Kuru, who was in the club room with them, and Yaku were both confused on what was the tall male doing. What the heck are you doing, Lev? Doesn't this make it easier to pet my head? Yaku then gave Lev a hard smack on the head. Kuru began to cackle like a hyena like usual as Lev holds his head and whimpers like a puppy. What kind of request is that? I asked you to pet my head, not hit it, Yaku-san. Why would you even ask me to pet you? Cause of yesterday, I felt you petting my head, and I super happy when you did. Yaku's face immediately flushed bright red, remembering how he was enjoying himself touching Lev's hair during yesterday's practice. He then felt a hand on his shoulder. It was Kuru, who surprisingly calmed down from his demonic laughter, as I would say. You know, Lev, maybe if you work harder, Yaku might give you some headpats. Lev's eyes began to shine as he quickly nodded his head. He happily made his way to the gym to practice even harder. Why? Oh come on, it will help him improve. Plus he looks like he would work harder from some praise, especially from his boyfriend. Yaku punched Kuru in the arm, making the younger third year whine in pain. Yaku grabbed his knee pads and went to the gym, and just as he thought, Lev was practicing much harder now. Gosh, he's doing all of this just for some headpats. He's acting like a puppy, but a cute one. After practice, Lev and Yaku were walking back to the Russian's home. Yaku's parents were on a business trip, so he decided to stay with Lev for the time being. After making it to their house, Lev and Yaku both took quick showers, did their homework, then decided to watch some TV until they felt sleepy. Lev then got off the couch and sat on the floor, right in front of Yaku, who currently had a confused look on his face. Lev, what are you doing? I'm sitting in front of you, Yaku-san. But, why? Lev then stared at Yaku with puppy eyes, making the libero blush and stumble on his words. Lev proceeded to look back at the TV, and while speaking to Yaku. How did I do in practice, Yaku-san? That's where it hit Yaku. This cute, tall, half-Russian man wanted his reward for practicing twice as hard. Lev wanted Yaku's soft headpats. Yaku sighed and smiled, running his hands through Lev's silvery hair. You did great, Lev. I'm proud of you, that you're working harder. Yaku proceeded to gently pet Lev's head, making the other male smile and giggle. This made Yaku blush and continue to pet Lev's head while watching. You should do this more often, Yaku-san. I don't know if you deserve it though. Lev pouted and whined. Yaku just chuckled and gave Lev a kiss on the head. The tall boy stood up and plopped back onto the couch, his head on Yaku's lap, while his legs were dangling off the edge. Yaku continued to pet Lev's head. Lev kept on smiling through it, not wanting Yaku to stop petting him. It really felt like petting your own little puppy. It was cute. Why are you so cute, Lev? But you're cute too, Yaku-san. Yaku smiled at the boy and attempted to kiss his forehead. Lev instead moved his head where Yaku's lips met his. Yaku stared at him and laughed. You are such a dork. But I'm your dork, right, Yaku-san? Idiot, of course you are. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Lev hummed in agreement. Yaku-san. Yes, Lev. How does Haber Morisuk sound to you? The libero blushed, playfully flicked the taller male's head, making him pout. Yaku laughed at him softly and began his hand through Lev's hair once again. I love it. I can't wait to be a Haber. That is if you're going to propose to me. Of course I will, Yaku-san. I want to live my future with you. Yaku sighed as he kissed his forehead again. I love you, Yaku-san. I love you too, Lev. The rest of the night, the two continued to cuddle and snuggle into each other's arms. Cute. The two got spooked, but the sudden female voice, they turned around to see Alyssa taking photos of them with her mini camera. Alyssa. What are you doing here? I'm here to get some of my equipment, and I'm so glad I took these photos. Please delete them. Nah, I'm keeping these to show your future kids. Huh? Alyssa then ran up to her room. Lev was blushing, making his face turn red like their volleyball jacket. Yaku laughed a bit by their sibling relationship. Don't mind, Lev. I'm sure your sister was just messing with us. Lev stood up, picking up Yaku and carrying him to Lev's bedroom. He gently put the libero down on his bed, then he snuggled up into Yaku's smaller chest. Yaku was taken back by his actions. He heard Lev lightly snore, signaling he was asleep. Yaku smiled at Lev's sleeping figure and pulled the blankets over them. How does he put up with my attitude? Oh well, I put up with him all the time anyways. Yaku petted Lev's head one more time before cuddling with his much taller boyfriend, and yes, Alyssa sneaked in and took some pictures of them. I can't wait for Lev to marry Yaku.